Drum major, is your band ready? Abington, the crowd is yours for exhibition.
former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school football on the WBCB Sports Network. Tonight, it's the start of Week 5 of the high school football season as the visiting Skins of Neshaminy take on the Galloping Ghosts of Abington High School in cross-division SOL action. Welcome, everyone, to Schwartzman Stadium on the campus of Abington High School. I'm Nick Gallagher, alongside Rob Gilmore behind the camera. We'll dive into tonight's matchup in just a moment, but first, tonight's game is made possible thanks to Team Toyota, St. Mary Medical Center, Riviera Restaurant, Jen Shorn for DA, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Fred Heron for Sheriff, Sandy's Beef and Ale, The Trentonian, Irish Rover Station House, PIAA District 1, and the N Club. Thanks for all the sponsors for making today's live stream possible. Let's start with the home Abington Galloping Ghosts, 1-3 through the first month of 2025. Last week they're coming off a loss against Central Bucks West, where they were in it for a little bit, but Central Bucks ended up going on to win 43-15. They had a 21-0 lead after the fourth quarter. Abington tried to make it close, but Central Bucks went on with 22 unanswered points, as Abington has a 5-game losing streak now against the Bucks. As for Neshaminy, last week a thrilling game as we were at a 18-14 victory over North Penn, a favored North Penn in that fact. A lot of people had Neshaminy losing last week. Neshaminy lost against Cheltenham the week before, which a lot of people thought Neshaminy would win, and they lost to Cheltenham 38-29. But Rob, let's start with the Galloping Ghosts tonight. A tall task for them against a really high-powered Neshaminy offense this season. What does the defense of Abington have to do tonight to kind of contain this high-powered Neshaminy offense?
Well, the defense for Abington has to win the line of scrimmage in order to contain Neshaminy. Neshaminy is a multifaceted offense. It can beat you through the air. They can beat you on the ground. Abington really has to get some pressure on the quarterback, and they have to stop the run game if they want to have any chance of slowing down Neshaminy's high-powered offense.
And for the Skins, a nice victory last week, 18-14. Michael Eckert was 11 for 17, 149 yards through the air, a pair of touchdowns, and the game-winning play as he scrambled on 4th and 1 for a 35-yard rush up the middle to seal the victory against the North Penn Knights last season. Neshaminy played a very disciplined game, Rob. Only one penalty last week, only got through 47 offensive snaps. But Neshaminy dominated this game in 2024, beating the Galloping Ghosts right here from Schwartzman Stadium last season, 37-0. What does Neshaminy have to do offensively to continue their early season dominance?
They've just got to keep doing what they've been doing, which is being balanced and having success through the air and on the ground. And they've been winning the line of scrimmage just about every game, and they're going to have to continue that tonight in order to maintain their dominance in the series.
Neshaminy has owned this series as of recently, 38-12 all-time. Last Abington Galloping Ghosts win was back in 2021. So the Galloping Ghosts will try to get their first home victory here in 2025. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Galloping Ghosts. They'll be led by Miles Yokas, and he is a sophomore. Wide receivers, they have Aiden Turner, Antonio Ford, a 6'4 body, and Jake Leach, the other receiver. Braylon Perdikin is the tailback. For the Skins, led by senior quarterback Michael Eckert, running back Carter Klee, a plethora of wide receivers, Brock Williams, Bobby Lagler, Lucas Stewart, the tight end, Mike and Nick Sassano are your receivers, as Neshaminy looks to continue their winning ways here tonight against the Galloping Ghosts. But Rob, what does Neshaminy have to do defensively against Abington's offense today? A defense has been really good this year. They've given up a lot of points in their lone loss against Cheltenham. But what does Neshaminy's defense has to do tonight to stop Abington's pretty diverse offense?
Well, their secondary really needs to be good tonight because Abington's a team that's relied heavily on the passing game so far this season. They haven't had a whole lot of success on the run, but they have had success through the air. So that's where Neshaminy will need to be sharp on the defensive side.
And for this Abington Galloping Ghost team, they lost 8 players due to graduation in 2024. 2 of them are playing in college this year at Kutztown and Ursinus respectively, but 11 returning players, and they have 13 key newcomers, Rob. When you have that many blend between returning players and key newcomers, you would think that's a recipe for success in most cases.
You would, but losing that many key players, it's going to be a transitional year for them too, and it's a good chance for the younger players to go out there, get some game experience, learn the game, and build towards next season.
As we'll take a look at some of the stats so far for the Abington Galloping Ghosts on this season. Their quarterback, the sophomore quarterback, Miles Yaukis, is 46 of 83, 737 yards, completing 55% of his passes, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, averaging about 184 yards per game. And Rob, that's another thing too we forgot to talk about as the Abington Galloping Ghosts are waiting to make their way to the playing field. They love to throw the football tonight, and that's going to be something we're going to talk about all night long. They don't have too much of a steady running game. They have Braylon Perdikin, who's carried the ball 30 times for them, has been the most here in 2025. But what can Neshaminy do with their passing game against Abington tonight?
On Neshaminy, I think their passing game can have a lot of success tonight. I think Michael Eckert's a very solid quarterback now, an experienced quarterback as well. He's a guy who's been there, done that, and I look for him to have a big game tonight.
As the Galloping Ghosts have a couple of good wide receivers themselves. Aiden Turner, 11 catches on the year, 5 touchdowns. He comes in at a big 6'4" frame, so a big target for his sophomore quarterback. And Neshaminy's going to have to figure out a way to defend him with the Sassano brothers in the backfield, as well as Aiden Turner, who's got 11 catches, 275 yards. Antonio Ford, 8 receptions, 130 yards, a pair of touchdowns. Jake Leach, a junior receiver, 12 catches for him, 154 yards. Kai Taylor, also one of the rotating tailbacks, has 3 catches, 68 yards, and 2 touchdowns to his name this season. The lone win for the Galloping Ghosts came against Harry Truman just back in week 2. They won 42-7. Miles Yaukis went 7-13, 220 yards. 7 of his completions, though, Rob, were 4 touchdowns. And not too often you have 7 completions and 4 of those are just finding the end zone.
Yeah, that's efficiency right there, finding the end zone with all the completed passes. They had the downfield game working in that one. And we'll see if they're able to get it going again tonight.
A tall task for the Galloping Ghosts as they await their entrance to the field tonight. Some other results for the Galloping Ghosts as they make their way to the field. A couple of cartwheels. Other results for the Abington Galloping Ghosts. They started 2025 with a loss against Conrad Weiser, 29-22. Weiser is 4-0 though, so that's almost a respectable loss in a tough-fought game. You only lost by 7. And then back in week 3, they lost to Ben Salem 24-11. Ben Salem has tailed off a little bit since the early stages, down to 2-2 right now. As team captains are at midfield, awaiting tonight's coin toss. We will step aside, come back with tonight's opening kickoff from Schwartzman Stadium. Stay with us right here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I've stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County. Our families, our safety, our home.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. Every champion needs a good game plan. BCWSA and I want to make sure you have a game plan when it comes to conserving our most precious resource, water. Whether you're washing dishes, brushing your teeth, or watering your garden, there are ways you can save water and save money. Visit bcwsa.net for tips on conserving water. BCWSA, proven.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
Welcome back, everyone, to Schwartzman Stadium as we are set for kickoff as Neshaminy will receive tonight's first kick as Abington has deferred to the second half. A beautiful night. Week 5 here of the high school football season. Temperatures in the mid-80s today. It's dropped to the low 70s now. Beautiful clear skies and sunset in front of us here at Schwartzman Stadium. As Caleb Adams is ready to send this one away. And the kick is low and bouncing and received down Breaking a couple tackles up to midfield to the 40. And that's where Neshaminy's offense will take over. A good return for them. As we'll take a look at Michael Eckert and the Neshaminy offense first to start this game tonight. Caden Weaver on the return. As Michael Eckert on the season, 47-71, 750 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. Has been very careful with the football this season. Had only 9 touchdowns in 2024, has already eclipsed that, as Eckert has progressed nicely here in 2025. First play from scrimmage will be a screen pass to the far side of the field. Spinning in down is Nick Sassano on the reception for a short gain.
Always like those kind of plays on first down. That's a pickup of 6 yards right there. Makes the rest of the series here much more manageable.
Sassano, his 8th reception on the year, already has 137 yards and 3 touchdowns coming into the game tonight. Second down will be a first down for the Skins as they run it up the middle. Carter Klee on the carry. Klee was the first recipient of a Michael Eckert screen pass last week as he found in the end zone a 16-yard touchdown reception for Klee. Finished with 30 yards through the air, 12 carries and 70 yards. As Klee will take the sweeper on first down, and he has tripped up short about the 38-yard line.
Some laundry on the field.
First flag at tonight's game. We'll see what this is about. Might be coming back. First initial thought. As Carter Klee is with the official huddle there. Called chop block on Neshaminy.
That's a big one. That'll set them back after having success on the first couple plays. Penalty like that can be a drive killer.
A 15-yard penalty for the Skins offense as they do get pushed back. Again, 1 penalty in last week's victory against North Penn. It'll be 1st and 22 for Neshaminy. Eckert back to pass, throws, has Brock Williams open, it is caught. Williams in space, green grass in front of him. 5 touchdown, Brock Williams. As we lost camera connection for a moment, Brock Williams into the end zone for a Neshaminy touchdown.
What a throw by Michael Eckert. Hit him in stride. Right over the shoulder. A perfectly thrown touchdown pass. Neshaminy on the board early here tonight in Abington.
His 11th touchdown pass of 2025 as Michael Eckert finds Brock Williams, the senior. The extra point is up and good. As Neshaminy takes it early, 7-0 lead against Abington. 10:41 to go here in the first quarter. Well, Rob, a penalty, 15-yard penalty for the chop block. Next play, Neshaminy goes right to the air. And as you mentioned, a great throw from Eckert, had Williams in stride. And Williams took care of the rest.
Yeah, good response from them after the penalty. And it didn't take them long, only a few plays, just over a minute off the time to find the end zone. Quick strike offense working for the Skins so far tonight.
His 3rd receiving touchdown of the season for Brock Williams as he eclipses over 200 yards. And a high kick inside the 15-yard line is received by the Galloping Ghost, and it's tripped up at the 29. And that's where the offense of Abington will set up shop for the first time tonight.
Great coverage by the Neshaminy kick coverage team there, not allowing a whole lot on the return.
And our first chance looking at this Galloping Ghost offense, led by sophomore quarterback Miles Yakis. Yakis will split 3 receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. He'll run a screen pass, and right there to greet him as incomplete pass. And a good defensive stand there by Neshaminy for the incompletion, as it was Tristan Rivera on the coverage.
Yeah, great job by Rivera right there to put a lick on the receiver, prevent the pass from being completed.
As Abington will come out in the same formation for second down. Jokic will look back to pass. He's scrambling to his right. He'll fire, and he'll just throw it away. As Antonio Ford was, Salim Hatchliff was the intended receiver, the nearest Galloping Ghost. And quickly it's 3rd and 10 for Abington.
Good coverage there by Neshaminy, not letting any of the receivers get open, forcing the throwaway.
An offense in Abington likes to throw the ball more than they run it. Neshaminy shows blitz here. They get some pressure home as Jokic delivers, and it is caught by Aiden Turner. Turner's first reception will be short for the first down. It'll be about 4th and about 2 yards. And Abington will look to bring on the punt team on 4th down.
Yeah, it's a good one-on-one tackle there on the far sideline, preventing Turner from reaching the sticks for the first down. And a big stop for the Neshaminy defense on their first drive.
As Aiden Turner will do the punting here, as it looks like Nick Sassano back deep to receive at the 35. Turner kicks it low, a bouncing kick. Sassano will play it at the 30. Makes his first man miss, and he's tackled up just short of the 40-yard line. As Turner on the tackle as well, made an athletic play to get up the field for his own tackle. And Neshaminy will quickly get the ball back for the second time. Neshaminy, a comfortable win last year from Schwartzman Stadium. They won 37-0. Eckert went 9 of 14, 92 yards was enough for him, and a pair of touchdowns. As Williams will go in motion, Sassano rolls out, finds Williams as he twists his body around to receive it, but he's got no adjustment made after the catch, and he is tackled about the line of scrimmage.
I gave him forward progress up to about the 42. Neshaminy again in the hurry up like they were on the first drive.
1st and 10 from the 30, 2nd and 8, excuse me, from the 39. Eckert back to pass, finds Carter Klee in the flat, breaks the tackle on the far side near the Neshaminy bench, and it's bounced to the outside, out of bounds. We'll set up a 3rd and short for the Skins here.
Yeah, nice pickup there. Makes 3rd down much more manageable.
So it'll be a 3rd and a short 1 yard for the Skins. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, high snap. Good recovery as Carter Klee takes the carry, and it looks like he will be short of a first down. We'll see where they spot this.
They're giving it to him.
A generous spot will be enough for a Neshaminy first down. Neshaminy last week scored on their opening possession. As Carter Klee takes the carry, in some space, makes a man miss, goes down the sideline, down to the 30, 20, cuts up in the middle of the field, 5, touchdown, Carter Klee. A 48-yard touchdown run by Carter Klee. Flag on the play, back near midfield, and this one looks like it will be coming back.
Oh man, a great run by Klee is going to be wiped out. Looked like either a holding call or possibly a block in the back.
And you are right, Rob. A holding call on Neshaminy will negate the impressive run as Carter Klee almost got in the end zone there.
Well, Nick, last time they had a big penalty, they scored on the very next play, so we'll see what they have in store this time.
So it sets up another 1st and 15 for Neshaminy, just like on their first drive. Eckert in the gun. He's looking to throw. He'll just dump it off. Brock Williams right there at the line of scrimmage, and nothing to it that time.
Yeah, nothing doing there. Good job by the Ghost defense to blow that play up in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and 18, a loss of 3 on the play. Trips receivers to the far side of the field for Eckert here. He will roll out, look to his right, looking, firing near the near sideline. It is caught by Nick Sassano, as Sassano made a couple galloping Ghost defenders miss on the far side and was able to get upfield. And a tough decision for head coach Nick Felis here. I believe that was 3rd down.
A great play by Sassano to evade a few tacklers and turn 3rd and long into 3rd and 3.
A manageable 3rd down for the Skins. Galvin Ghost defense looking to get off field. A screen pass again to Williams. Williams has enough for a 1st down and more, as he will scoot out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Eckert has done a good job corralling a few high snaps, especially on this drive.
Brock Williams involved early in this Neshaminy offense, as he's had a lot of scattered opportunities in the early part of the season, really involved now. Pitch out play to Carter Klee on 1st down. Klee goes to the outside and has enough for another Neshaminy 1st down as they keep on marching here on their 2nd drive.
Yeah, so far, Nick, Abington just doesn't have an answer for the Neshaminy offense, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
Timeout on the field for head coach Bruce Fleming for the Skins. Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you are interested, visit PIAA.org for more information. Again, that's PIAA.org. If you're interested in becoming an official, PIAA District 1 wishes all student athletes the best of luck on the field and in the classroom. It'll be 2nd and 1, ball spotted on the 21-yard line for Neshaminy, as they'll have Bobby Lagler and Brock Williams line up near the far side. Eckert will look that way. He's got Lagler wide open, back of the end zone, caught for the touchdown. Neshaminy, as Lagler falls in the back of the end zone. A beautiful route on a pitch and go by Bobby Lagler to Michael Eckert to Bobby Lagler. Neshaminy goes up 13-0.
And that is the 2nd beautiful throw by Michael Eckert for a touchdown. He is on his game tonight.
It'll be Bobby Lagler's first receiving touchdown of the season. A 21-yard strike from his senior quarterback. Kick is up and good, and Neshaminy goes up 2 scores early in this one. And if you've been following Neshaminy through these first couple weeks of the season, especially the last 2 weeks at home, you've seen Bobby Lagler has had some miscommunication with his quarterback and Mike Leckert on a couple of their routes. Well, they figured it out this week, and Lagler was wide open on that throw from Eckert. As Neshaminy riding some momentum from last week in the early part of this game. 12 passing touchdowns now on the season for Eckert. And it really shows, Rob, last week the second time since 2013 that Neshaminy beat North Penn. And it was a very big win for them, even in a close game. I mean, a win is a win around this conference. And you could see Neshaminy coming out firing on offensively early on in this one.
Yeah, it's got to be a big confidence boost going up against North Penn, a tough team, and coming away with a hard-fought victory. And they are riding that confidence here tonight.
As kick is high, received at the 10-yard line. And a good tackle there inside the 25 as Aiden Turner on the return for the Galloping Ghost. And with 7:13 to go here in the first quarter, that's where the offense will take over for Abington as they look to respond to a pair of Neshaminy strikes early in this one.
Still plenty of time. We're not even halfway through the first quarter. Abington has a chance to get back into this game.
Abington has some work to do. They trailed 21-0 last week against Central Bucks West. As the give will go right up the middle. Nowhere to go as Neshaminy's D-line, Carson Snyder on the tackle. As Kai Taylor, his first carry tonight, nowhere to go.
And Carson Snyder, their leading tackler, has had an excellent season so far.
And it's been crucial for Neshaminy's D-line and their front seven. When they're on, they can dominate games and just win games single-handedly. As Yakis again in the shotgun. On second down, he's looking, he's fired over the middle, and it is incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver. It looks like Jake Leach was there, went right through his mitts.
That's a pass that Leach needs to bring in there. Had a little bit of zip on it, but he was wide open. It went right through his hands. It would have been enough for a first down.
As we 3rd and 11 now for the Galloping Ghosts. They look to try to make it manageable for 4th down. Maybe they go for it. You're down 2 scores early. Yokas will look, fire to the far side of the field, tipped incomplete by Neshaminy. As it'll be 4th down now, and Abington will bring it back the punting unit once again for the second time tonight. As Aiden Turner once again do the punting for the Galloping Ghosts. Kicks it high, kick, as Sano will call for a fair catch at about the 46-yard line. And Neshaminy will once again start their drive in really good field position, as the defense has been tremendous for them so far, not allowing a first down by the Galloping Ghosts offense. And the offense really having a chance here to
put a stronghold on this game, possibly take a 3-score lead here. We're not even halfway through the first quarter.
Michael Eckert in the shotgun's got Carter Klee. Klee will get the carry on first down, goes right up the middle, across midfield, and a good 6-yard gain on first down.
And it's every single play, aside from the 2 big plays that they've had for touchdowns, every single play, 5, 6, 7 yards. They're picking up yards in chunks.
As Carter Klee gets a carry, breaks a couple tackles, gets up to the second level and across to the 35-yard line. And that was a key for Neshaminy. Nick Felis preached it all week. They want to get 4+ yards on first down to make every down manageable. As they have moved the ball tonight through their first 2 possessions methodically and at will. Whatever they want, they've been able to do. Carter Klee, the sweep on first down, will try to bounce to the outside. Gets a good 6 yard as he is tackled out of bounds. And a late flag comes out.
That might be a late hit.
As Klee was already making his way out of bounds.
It's tough to see since it happened all the way on the far sideline, but it looked like Klee had a couple steps already out of bounds before he was hit.
I think this will be a 15-yard penalty against Abington here. We'll see what they call. It is a personal foul on the defense. As they gift Neshaminy a free 15 yards. And Rob, you don't want to do that the way Neshaminy's offense has been clicking already.
And Neshaminy's been picking up 10, 15 yards of play regardless of penalties.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15 now. High snap, Eckert gets it as he takes the direct snap himself as he scrambles for a minimal gain on the play. 3 yards, flag though, in the backfield.
This one might be a hold.
And it is indeed a holding play on Neshaminy as they go backwards. Neshaminy has dominated this series all-time 38-12 against Abington. Goes back to 1997. Neshaminy scored the most points in this game with a 69-point outburst back in 97, a game that totaled 105 points.
Game was the very definition of a shootout.
Yeah, it was. You don't see too much of that in the SOL in modern times. As Carter Klee takes carry on first down up the middle, and maybe about 2 yards on the carry. Neshaminy using the heavy run game here on this 3rd drive of theirs of tonight's game. High snap again. Eckert backs the pass over the middle. Scott Sassano in stride as he tackled in the end zone for another Neshaminy touchdown. Eckert's 3rd of the game, his 3rd passing touchdown to a 3rd different receiver tonight as Nick Sassano gets in there for a touchdown.
Skins offense is a well-oiled machine tonight, already surpassing their point total from last week against North Penn. We still have 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. This game quickly getting out of hand here in Abington.
As the extra point is up and good, and Neshaminy goes up 3 scores here with 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Nick Sassano's 4th receiving touchdown here in 2025. Great food, fine spirits, and good times are always on the menu at the Irish Rover Station House in Langhorne, opposite the SEPTA train station. The Irish Rover is your home for all Philly sports and happy hour every Monday to Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Irish Rover is known for their prime rib dinner specials every Wednesday night for just $19.95. Also, Trivia Night is every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Thursdays at the Irish Rover Station House are their wing nights, live music Saturday nights, and Sunday Fun Day with a special $5 menu. The Irish Rover Station House open Tuesday to Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturdays, 11 to 2 a.m. Sundays, 11 to 9 p.m. Indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. The Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue in Langhorne, opposite the SEPTA train station.
Nick, you and I have been there before. Can indeed confirm they have great food there.
Absolutely. Great menu for everybody. Check it out this weekend if you can, Irish Rover Station House. As Aiden Turner on the return as he gets across the 30-yard line. And it will set up the best starting field position for the Galloping Ghosts here in the first quarter. As the offense for the Galloping Ghosts has some work to do here. And 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. As they got to get a developing drive and maintain possession for a little bit here, Rob, you think? Keep Neshaminy's defense on the field.
Now see if they can maybe establish the running game a little bit. Obviously that's not ideal when you're down by 21 points, but you got to mix it up a little bit offensively.
As first down, they will run it there. As nowhere to go, as Kai Taylor on the carry that time. It'll be second down and 10 for Abington. As Taylor got no gain on the carry. Neshaminy comes in, they'll stack the box here, play single high safety in Sassano. 2 receivers to the far side of the field for Miles Yokas. Screen pass to the outside. And a minimal gain, if no gain, on the reception. Antonio Ford, the recipient. Antonio Ford, the 6'4" receiver, biggest body on Abington's roster on the offensive side of the ball. A prime target. You would think they would go to him more in these matchups against Neshaminy's secondary.
Especially for jump ball opportunities.
As Yokas will scramble, he'll fire to the far side. Nowhere to go as he is hit as he throws. As Turner was the closest receiver there for Abington.
This Abington defensive line getting pressure on Yokas all night long, not giving him much time to get his feet set and make a throw. They've been so good all season long, and that continues tonight.
As Abington can't get anything on third down, they'll bring up 4th and 6 as they will send on the punt team. Third consecutive 3-and-out for the Galloping Ghosts tonight, as they have still yet to get a first down against Neshaminy's defense. And we're going to have a timeout from head coach Bruce Fleming. Second timeout for Abington. The N Club, supporting Neshaminy football since 1961, would like to take this opportunity to wish our players the best of luck and ask you to come out and support them. Also, our concession stands, and look for Neshaminy spirit wear and program books at all home games. As Neshaminy will return home next week as they take on the Central Bucks West Bucks, as the Bucks are 3-1 on the year. A battle of Central Bucks this week as the Bucks take on the Titans of CB South on the road. So the Bucks will go back-to-back road games. Neshaminy only has 1 game home left on the season after next week.
Should be a really good one between 2 high-powered teams. Central Bucks West has historically always had a very good program. Neshaminy in the midst of a great season.
As Turner takes it, it's going to be a fake punt as Kai Taylor running with it. He's got enough for a first down up across the midfield. And the timeout for head coach Bruce Fleming played off as they're able to dial up a fake punt as Kai Taylor goes up the middle for a Galloping Ghost first down, their first of the evening.
Little trickery by the Galloping Ghosts. Maybe something that'll galvanize their offense a little bit. good job by Turner. That was a very high, almost like a lollipop of a snap to him. He didn't have much time to react and turn that play into a positive game, but he was able to get away and pick up the first down.
Abington's offense will start at midfield here. And a flag coming near the Neshaminy sideline. And it'll just be a sideline warning. Will not affect the field position. Just the first warning for Neshaminy. As Jokic back to pass here on first down, looking, firing over the middle, hit as he throws, and is intercepted. Intercepted by Neshaminy. And running with the ball was Carson Schneider. He's going to get a horse collar, so tack on 15 extra yards on that interception.
And what a response after giving up their first down of the game. The game's first turnover on the very next play and a big return and add on 15 due to the penalty. Just continued domination for the Skins so far in the first quarter.
As Jokic was kind of in some traffic and hit as he threw, and a lot of Neshaminy defenders were in the vicinity of that. Schneider, the recipient of the interception, as he takes it back up to the, we're going to do have the 15-yard penalty, so we're going to mark up. So Neshaminy again getting the benefit of the doubt here, an interception, a flag, and another short field to deal with as they will start from the 25. As the head official holds up play for a moment. As the officials were getting into position. Minute 40 left here in quarter number one. Eckert fires, caught, out of bounds. A good quick throw out of play.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he's thrown an incompletion yet tonight.
You know, we should check that, Rob. You might be right about that. If anything, it would be one or two. As David Liberty on the reception for a 2nd and 3. High snap again. Eckert sweeps it to Caden Weaver that time on the carry. Weaver has made some good rushing plays this year in the few attempts he has gotten. Makes the most of his opportunities. And he gets enough for Neshaminy first down on that 2nd and 3. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 15. Sweep it goes to Brock Williams on the toss, and he fumbles it, but is able to recover very quickly in the backfield. Will be a loss of a couple yards.
That's only the 2nd negative play for the Redskin offense.
Going back to your point, Rob, about Michael Eckert and possibly not throwing an incompletion yet. I mean, you look at it, a 21-yard touchdown, a 48-yard touchdown, a 15-yard touchdown. It's incredible. And just a lot of quick throws and getting the ball out quickly has really been effective for him in this first quarter. As he looks to throw, he'll hold it, he'll fire it. Wide open is Weaver. Weaver stumbles as he falls inside the 5-yard line and would have had a touchdown. But his momentum carried him forward, was not able to get in.
That play will take us to the end of the first quarter here.
And we have flag on the play. And it'll be against Neshaminy, so they will go backwards here as they will put 3 seconds on the clock.
I'm sure that makes Weaver feel a little bit better that his touchdown wouldn't have counted anyway. It's an absolutely dominant first quarter. No other word to describe it, just dominant on both sides of the ball. Neshaminy just already running away with this football game.
As Mike Sassano was getting lined up there, he just bumped into his teammate Brock Williams. And that will just end the quarter as Brock Williams limps off the field. Neshaminy's offense, 21 first quarter points. Abington, nothing. We've played 1 quarter here from Schwartzman Stadium. Back with second quarter action here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
2nd and 24 for Neshaminy after the penalty. Ball will be on the 30-yard line. Start this second quarter. High snap. Eckert was looking to go to Caden Weaver there, but he will keep it himself, and a big loss on the play as the Galloping Ghost defense all over that one for a big loss.
And Nick, if there's one thing that Neshaminy does need to work on that can take away from this game, it's getting those snaps down. There's been a number of high snaps that Eckert's had to go up and corral, and right there it cost him some yardage as he wasn't able to do much after that.
Precious seconds, too. I mean, by the time he gets down to the D-line for Abington has been in his face. And we will have a Neshaminy timeout from head coach Nick Felis, who was not happy about something from his offense out there.
Well, it's 3rd and a mile. This is the first time they've been in this situation tonight.
You would think here, Rob, you might just want to run the ball, take your 4th down. It'd be a long field goal attempt. I mean, you really can't punt it that way. You might be in 4-down territory. You're almost in no man's land here.
And the way they've been running the ball, they can still, put it on the ground and pick up 15, 20 yards and make 4th down a lot more manageable.
And if you're head coach Nick Felis, even if you did turn it over, you're still pinning Abington pretty far back. So it'll be 3rd and 28 now after the sack. Ball on the 33-yard line. Another high snap. Eckert comes down with it, fires to the far side. Got Nick Sassano, and he just overthrows him, and the flag comes out right in front of the play. And you got to think that's got to be defensive pass interference there already.
If it is, it's a backbreaker for Abington.
As Chris Epps back there in coverage for the Galloping Ghost, and he will most likely be the man responsible, and it is on Epps.
I'll be honest, I didn't see a whole lot there to warrant a pass interference call. Maybe a little bit of jostling. I didn't see any egregious contact that impeded an attempt to receive the football.
So it'll be repeat of down and 3rd and 13 now, as they'll pitch it out to Caden Weaver as Weaver bounces on, flag comes flying out. As Weaver is able to keep the legs moving there, but not much more room after that. A short gain. Officials seem to indicate it will be on Abington. I know it will be on. It'll be a block in the back. Penalty is declined. So it'll be a 4th down play. And on fourth and 13, Neshaminy will keep the offense on the field. Probably a good play call here, Rob, at least for Neshaminy, keep the offense out.
I would agree with that. We'll see what they could do here on 4th and long.
Eckert looks to throw over the middle. He's got Sassano in, and he looks like he will be short of the goal line, but it will be a 1st down. Another great strike from Michael Eckert to Nick Sassano.
Every throw's been right on the money. It's hard to defend when you have a quarterback who's been as accurate as Eckert has been tonight.
Ball comes out, Eckert falls on it, but he goes back to the 15. As Abington almost got a break they needed desperately, with Neshaminy knocking on the doorstep.
Good job by Eckert to go back and just fall on that one, prevent the turnover.
So now will be 2nd and 17. Neshaminy trips receivers to the far side of the field as they continue to test this Abington secondary tonight. Eckert looking, fires far side, wide open into the end zone is Michael Sassano. His 4th passing touchdown of the first half. His 4th different receiver as Neshaminy goes up 27-0.
Another great throw and just a wide open receiver. As Eckert continues to spread the love, that's 4 different receivers with touchdowns, as you mentioned, Nick. And the Redskins keeping the foot on the gas, as they should. It's only the first half. There's still plenty of time left in this game. You can't take the foot off the gas just yet.
As the extra point was good, but a couple of flags on the play. As we might have to redo that extra point. But nonetheless, Mike Sassano, his 4th receiving touchdown of the season, is coming into tonight's game at 170 yards on the year. And now every Neshaminy receiver has at least 1 receiving touchdown on the season, as Michael Eckert has spread the wealth tonight. Carter Klee is the only one not to score. From a position player tonight, as the kick is good, officially from the officials.
Means the penalty will be marked off on the kickoff.
Don't forget, if you missed any of tonight's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Looks like it's a personal foul call against Abington, which means that Neshaminy will kick off from the Abington side of the field, the Abington 45-yard line. A chance to pin the Ghosts very deep in their own territory.
Well, this is the point of the game, Rob, where if you're Abington, you can't have silly penalties that'll cost your team yardage and field position. You're in a tough spot. You're down 4 scores. You're at home. It's been all Neshaminy here in this first half, but Abington's got to be able to just do what they can control and not let their temper get to them.
Kind of surprised that Neshaminy chose to kick that ball through the end zone there. I thought it would have been a great opportunity for a pooch kick and maybe pin them down inside their 15, maybe even inside their own 10-yard line.
Neshaminy now with their 28 points. It's their second most point total in a half. The most points they had came in week 3 against Council Rock North, where they were up 34-0 at the break. And with 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter, they have a chance to tie that or break that. As first down for Abington, as they take half the defense with Neshaminy with him.
Some tough running there to pick up first down yardage.
I believe that was Aiden Turner on the carry.
The biggest offensive play of the game for the Ghosts. Of course, their biggest play was the fake punt to pick up a first down back in the first quarter.
You just need some positivity for Abington right now. They need to get something going to feel good. Get some sort of rhythm in this offense here. As a RPO there, as Miles Yokas looks to pass. Intended for Salimi Hotchlef, as it was out of the reach of Hotchlef there. Bring up second down, ball on the 30-yard line. As we have a timeout from Neshaminy right before this second down play. And we will step aside, take a quick timeout. More second quarter action from Abington right after this on the WBCB Sports Network.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Second down and 10 for the Galloping Ghost after the Neshaminy timeout. Yokas has a man in motion. We'll give it up to Taylor. Kai Taylor dancing around, has enough for a first down. As he's tackled out of bounds, some flags come flying in near the sideline.
We'll see about this call here.
I think they're going to say Taylor was hit late out of bounds, and it will be a personal foul on Neshaminy. A 15-yard penalty.
Rare mistake for the Redskin defense, as they've been very good at avoiding penalties.
Yeah, overall they have not hurt themselves defensively with penalties tonight so far.
First time tonight that Abington is on the Neshaminy side of the 50.
Abington O-lineman had a equipment issue. Isaac Traylor will step in for the moment here on first down. Ball on the 47. Yokas back to pass again, looking, fires over the middle, and it is low, incomplete, off the hands of Jake Leach, who dove as he was falling down.
Had an open man there. Was unable to make an accurate throw.
Yokas having a pretty solid season statistically, passing the ball. Came in tonight 55% completing his passes. It was 12 for 25 last week in the loss against Central Bucks West with a pair of touchdowns.
There's another flag on the field.
And officials will pick up the flag. As the ball just past midfield for Abington. Man in motion. They'll go right up the middle to Taylor that time. Taylor breaks through the A gap there for Neshaminy's D line and gets enough for a Abington first down.
The Ghosts finding some success with the run game on this drive. Something they weren't able to establish the first few times out. And officially he will be marked down a yard short of the sticks, so 3rd and 1.
Kai Taylor last week had a big 48-yard receiving touchdown. As ball comes loose as Taylor and Jokic fall on top of it and recover quickly for Abington. That could have been disastrous.
Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Don't have a whole lot to lose here, down 28-0.
As head coach Bruce Fleming looks to get a spark from his galloping ghost here on this 4th and 5.
Neshaminy defense needs to be wary of the hard count.
As Jokic will back to pass, wide open is Antonio Ford. And Antonio Ford getting his 6'4" frame in some space, getting down, and has a first down for the Galloping Ghost.
First time tonight they picked up a first down through the air.
As Abington will keep this drive alive as they set up their best field position offensively so far tonight here in this first half. Jokic gives up to Taylor. Taylor goes right in the heart of the D line and nowhere to go that time. As Taylor tried to find a seam there, unsuccessful that time on first down. Abington came into tonight's game with only 21 rushing yards last week in their loss against Central Bucks West, a team that hasn't ran the ball, really found their identity running the ball. They've had more success through the air this season. As Jokic gets some pressure early, he'll step up, fires, just dump it off to Taylor in the flat. As Taylor gets a couple of Neshaminy defenders up as they wrap him down. Short gain on the play.
It's actually a good job by Jokic to get that throw off. He is under a lot of pressure from the Neshaminy defensive line.
Third and 7, ball in the 30. Jokic looking, fires across. It's Ford again in some space as he takes 5 Neshaminy defenders with him. As he gets up to the 15-yard line, a Galloping Ghost first down.
Ghosts finally getting something going offensively. They're down inside the red zone now. The chance to get on the scoreboard more than halfway through the second quarter. But looks like there is a flag on the field. This one's coming back.
Positive play for the Abington Galloping Ghost and negated by the penalty, assuming it's on them. Haven't gotten an official call yet, but The offense marching backwards.
In the area of holding, I'd have to assume that's what the call is, given the spot. Did not get a signal from the referees.
Shannon comes out man-to-man defense, showing blitz. They bring the pressure as Jokic just dumps it in no man's land near the Abington bench. And lucky to avoid intentional grounding there.
Third and long. That penalty now huge as what was once a promising drive. Excuse me, fourth and long.
And officials trying to get on the same page. The side judge here and the head official as the official throws the flag. Well after the play. And it will be intentional grounding on Miles Jokic and the offense.
Well, Nick, as they say, one step forward, two steps back. It's been a theme for Abington's offense on this drive.
And like you said, Rob, really a drive that was once promising. And Abington will have to punt it away for the fourth time tonight. A couple of self-inflicting wounds for Abington. They're going to have to clean that up in the second half. It's under 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And another flag comes flying out in the backfield. It'll be a false start on Abington.
Fourth down and 35.
As Aiden Turner back to punt this one away on this 4th and 35. And it was almost blocked. A good kick though by Turner, gets it to bounce as it goes all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So it takes a good Abington bounce to pin Neshaminy back. And with 4:46 to go here in quarter number 2, that's where Neshaminy will take over. As Neshaminy has scored on every one of their possessions tonight. Four passing touchdowns from Michael Eckert. Give him 14 on the season. As he approaches 900 yards here in 2025.
See if the offense continues to remain aggressive.
Carter Klee on the carry on first down, pushing through his O-line, gets a couple of extra blocks, and a good 8-yard carry on the play. Carter Klee averaging 107 yards on the ground this season, and has been just utilized sporadically early in this one. Klee will get the carry, try to get to the outside, gets up to the 20, and he is hit out of bounds in a bang-bang play. He gets right back up.
Those actually pick up 2 yards on the play, so that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and short for Neshaminy as they look to control the clock. 4 minutes to go, 1 timeout left. Brock Williams, the man in motion. Eckert will screen it out to Williams. Williams in the flat, Get to the outside, up across the sticks, and enough for a first down. As Williams goes out of bounds, clock will stop here. First and 10, up to the 25, goes to Klee on the give. Klee gets up about 4 yards on the carry. Maybe they'll give him 5, depending on the spot. And you would think Rob Neshaminy, in no particular hurry, probably won't really throw it unless they really need to, and is probably just comfortable with running the ball as much as they can and controlling the clock here.
As we head down, under 3.5 to go in the opening half.
Eckert will throw it here. He'll just dump it off to Klee. In some space, Klee cuts off up past midfield. Makes another man miss. Got some room on the inside. He'll cut back up, plow his way up all the way to the 25-yard line. Carter Klee on the screen pass. And he does most of the work himself, making a couple defenders miss, and that's why he's so dangerous.
Yeah, great job by Klee, and a great job following his blockers as well. The offensive line did a great job getting upfield, creating a path for Carter Klee.
Ball up to the 27, 2:50 here in the second quarter. Eckert will screen it out to Williams this time. Williams weaving, tries to make a man miss. And he's tackled though. Good 5-yard gain though on the play for Brock Williams, who's having himself an impressive first half here tonight. Williams seen limping there after the play. Was limping last week in the win against North Penn, but stayed and played the entire game. Wasn't utilized as much as he is tonight, even through, I guess, a nagging injury. As the give will go, Eckert will keep it himself here on third down. It's going to be on second down, so they'll bring up third and a short 6.
And Williams now really limping off as he heads towards the Skins sideline. And it looks like he's making a beeline right to the trainer's bench.
That's not good to see. Eckert will fire on third down, incomplete.
It's only a second incompletion of the night.
Mike Sassano, the intended receiver, will bring up fourth down as Neshaminy keeps the offense on the field. Eckert looking, steps up, rolling, firing. He's got Lagler wide open if he wants him. Caught, gets his feet down into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobby Lagler, his second receiving touchdown of the night.
What a catch. Gets the toe tap inside the chalk in the end zone. A great throw, another great catch. Neshaminy looking unstoppable tonight.
Lagler's second touchdown of the season, his second one tonight. A 5th passing touchdown for Michael Eckert. Up to 15 touchdowns, 1 interception on the season. Extra point is up and good. And with 91 seconds here in the second quarter, Neshaminy goes up 35, its largest lead in any quarter this season. As I mentioned earlier, Neshaminy was up 34-0 against Council Rock North at halftime. They're going to be close to 35 points here in the first half against Abington tonight. Unless Abington can get quickly down the field. So far in this first half for Michael Eckert, it's been a 48-yard passing touchdown, a 21-yard passing touchdown, a 15-yard to Nick Sassano. We had a 15-yard to Mike Sassano, and now a 23-yard receiving touchdown to Bobby Lagler. All through the air for this Neshaminy offense. Has been an offense Robbie talked about, very balanced, likes to run it, can throw it occasionally when need to, but they've really been a run-heavy team over the last couple seasons, but they're having their way tonight through the air.
Yeah, they sure are finding a lot of success, and just Eckert has been having an excellent game.
As kick is down and return coming up to close to the 24-yard line. 34-yard line. Aiden Turner on the return. And where things are right now in the score, we will have a running clock once the offense snaps the ball. Neshaminy has one timeout. Doubtful they're going to decide to use it. As Miles Yokis tries to get some answers before the break, Abington will receive the football in the third quarter. Yokis, pressure in his face, will fire out to the flat and slipping out on the near side of the field. Intended for Jaden Randall. Randall was open, slipped though on the field. As Neshaminy put up 37 points against Abington in 2024 right here from Schwartzman Stadium. Well, they got 35 here in the first half. As Yokis will roll out to his left. He'll fire, just float this one up. Nobody around.
So Nick, actually the mercy rule does not go into effect until the second half. That's something I was unaware of. I just looked it up. Got a minute 10 remaining here in the first half.
Flag on the play. The 3rd and 10. Abington trying to get down the field quickly, a minute and 10 to do so. Fires to the flat, caught by Taylor. Taylor jumping, bobbing, weaving, trying to evade some defenders, get some extra yards. About an 8-yard reception on the play. And we have a Abington timeout, will be their final charge timeout of the second quarter.
Goes looking to get something to hang their hat on going into the half. 45 seconds to get some points on the board.
PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you are interested, visit PIAA.org for more information. Again, that's PIAA.org. If you're interested in becoming an official, PIAA District 1 wishes all student athletes the best of luck on the field and in the classroom. Well, Rob, depending on how Abington plays their cards right, 45 seconds, you're out of timeouts. If you can come away with some sort of points here in this final drive of the second quarter, and you get the ball back in the third quarter, you got to make some adjustments and a long way to go. But they have a chance to go 2 for 1 if they can here between the end of this quarter and their first drive of the third quarter.
Look for them to get some plays towards the sideline to stop the clock.
They do quick passing here, and they're going to decide to run it with Taylor, who pounds his way up the middle, gets to the second level, and it'll be a first down. Clock will stop as chains will move up. Offense goes quickly to get lined up here. Jokic scrambling, hit immediately as he throws. Ball comes loose. And officials will call the play dead. And it looked like Rob Jokic ran into his own O-lineman who was trying to block for him.
I guess you're going to say that his arm was going forward. Not quite sure about that call there. It looked like a clean fumble to me.
Yeah, it looked like he tucked it. And then got hit on the tuck, but
it's a Tom Brady tuck rule right there.
It is. All these years later, still in effect across all levels of football. Second and 10, ball spotted on the 46. Jokic back scrambling, and he just goes down himself willingly. The Neshaminy D-line gets there again. Jokic felt the pressure, and that will be the final play from scrimmage here in this first half. It's been all Neshaminy in this one from Schwartzman Stadium here in the first half. Neshaminy in front, 35-0 over the Abington Galloping Ghosts. We will step aside. We'll come back with first half thoughts, look ahead to the second half. Stay with us. More to come from Abington right here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I have stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. a promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County. Our families, our safety, our home.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Everything we are, everything we become, starts with a simple truth. We matter. From the core of our being, to the ways we move through this world, we exist in different states. begin. Grounded, solid, a state that holds shape, that holds strength, a foundation built to endure. Solid is structure, solid is truth, and like this state of matter, we rise.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I have stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County. Our families, our safety, our home.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
When it comes to plumbing, there's only one trusted name for your home or business. That's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Whether it's drains, water heaters, faucets, or sewers, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown can solve all of your plumbing problems. Time-tested and punctual since 1984. It's Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown. Call them at 215-943-1776. That's 215-943-1776 for Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, a proud supporter of high school athletics in Bucks County.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Fred Herron. As your Bucks County Sheriff, it's my job to uphold the law and keep our community safe. That's what I've done every day for nearly 40 years in law enforcement. From the streets of Bensalem to the county courthouse, my focus has been on making our families feel secure in their homes, neighborhoods, and our schools. Safety requires proven leadership because in this office, experience is everything. This November, vote for our team so we can continue providing dependable leadership for our community. I'm your Sheriff, Fred Herron, and I approve this message.
Proceeding paid for by Herron for Sheriff.
Bucks County, this is home. It's where I was raised, where I learned right from wrong, where I'm raising my family, and where I've spent my life fighting for justice. I've taken on the toughest fights against murderers, traffickers, and child predators who believed they could prey upon the innocent and walk free. I've proven them wrong. I've stood toe-to-toe with the worst among us, delivered justice, and made our communities safer. Because in Bucks County, law and order are not up for debate. And as your district attorney, I will never stop fighting to protect our families and uphold justice. Justice isn't just my job, it's a solemn promise. A promise that every family can sleep safely at night, that no victim will ever be forgotten, and that in Bucks County, crime has consequences. Under my watch, the law is not a suggestion, it's an unbreakable pact. Justice will be swift, it'll be certain, and it'll be served. I'm Jennifer Shorn, and I will never stop fighting for Bucks County, our families, our safety, our home.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. $14.90 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back, everyone, inside Schwartzman Stadium. Nick Gallagher alongside Rob Gilmore, Brianne O'Neill producing tonight's live stream. As we get you set for third quarter action, we'll quickly recap the first half if you missed any of it. As Neshaminy got off to a quick start, it was a 48 touchdown strike from Michael Eckert to Brock Williams. Then it was a 21-yard touchdown strike to Bobby Lagler. Bobby Lagler's first receiving touchdown of the year. Nick Sassano got on the board with his 4th touchdown of the year, a 15-yard touchdown reception. Then it was Carson Schneider for Neshaminy defensively getting an interception as the Neshaminy defense helped out the Neshaminy offense as they turned up points into a 15-yard touchdown to Mike Sassano, his 4th of the year, as Neshaminy went up 28-0 with 10 minutes to go early in the second quarter. And then finally it was a 23-yard touchdown reception, Bobby Lagler, his 2nd of the game. Neshaminy is up 35-0 as we're underway here in the 3rd quarter. And a running clock here active for the time being as Abington will take the ball inside the 34-yard line. And Rob will look into ahead of this second half here. And with the score line being the way it is, I mean, do you think Abington decides to do anything differently offensively? Do they change quarterbacks in this 3rd quarter at any point?
I think as it is right now, they stick with what they've been doing. They got to get these guys, their starters, going somehow. And maybe if they get a little bit of playing time, maybe if Neshaminy takes some guys out of the game and they have a chance to do something. You want to get your number 1 guys going for the rest of the season. So if they can have an opportunity to kind of get some positive momentum going, I think they would take advantage of that.
So for now, Miles Yokis is the quarterback. He gives it off to Kai Taylor, who's had the most successful of the tailback committee for the Galloping Ghost tonight.
Another good job by the Neshaminy defensive line. Among them, Owen Swartz, who has been all over the field tonight. He's had a great game. He plays both ways, offensively and defensively, and has been in on a number of the quarterback pressures tonight, has made some good plays in the backfield for them. One of their more highly touted defensive linemen has 4 sacks on the season.
Second down for Yokis in the gun, looking to fire. Doesn't like his first read, will fire it far to the far side. Coming back for it and caught is Aiden Turner, who made a nice play to come back to the ball and has a Galloping Ghost first down. Clock will continue to run here again. We're at the mercy rule right now as things stand. Any offensive or special teams points from Abington on this drive will go back to normal game clock until we've reached a 35-point differential. So Yokis and the offense have some work to do here in quarter number 3. A quick pass outside into the flat to Turner again. As Turner, we'll see they give him a couple yards forward progress. They do. We gained about 2 yards on the catch by Turner. Abington trailed 21-0 after the first quarter, and last week's loss against Central Bucks West, and ended up putting 15 points on the board, with all of them coming in the second half. As they try to chip away in this game. A lot to do. Yokis on second down will fire again to Turner. Almost the same play, flipped to the other side of the field. And the Neshaminy defense right there in coverage, reading that one for a short gain. Right now, Neshaminy's defensive starters are remaining out there. Third down and 7. Yokis will look to dump it off. Taylor was right there and deflected at the line of scrimmage by Mark Ilkovic. Ilkovic has had a nice season for this Neshaminy D line. He's heavily involved in a last week win against North Penn.
Yeah, really all of this defensive line for Neshaminy has been dominant throughout the season. And a lot of these guys, just like Owen Swartz, they play both ways, so they've been great on both sides of the football. Really the backbone of this Neshaminy team.
Jokic decided to tuck it and had nowhere to go, and he is wrapped down for a loss. As Corey Kenoy Webb on the tackle. Kenoy Webb has had an impressive season for this Neshaminy D-line. And it will be a turnover on downs for the Galloping Ghosts to start the second half. The first turnover on downs for Abington tonight. They had the 4th down play where they ended up going for a fake punt. Kai Taylor took it up the middle, found the seam. But Abington came away empty on that drive. And once again, Neshaminy starting less than half a field to work with. Eckert will hand it off to Carter Klee. Carter Klee goes up the middle, right through the gut of the D-line. And a good 15 to 20 yard gain on the play for Carter Klee as a Neshaminy first down.
He carried a defender for about 7 or 8 yards there. Some tough running from Carter Klee, and that's something that he's known for. That's something that's kind of been his forte really throughout his career in Neshaminy. He's not the most elusive guy, but he is really tough to tackle.
As the give will go to Carter Klee. Carter Klee goes right up the middle, and he scatters his way into the end zone, tumbling as he falls. A 20-yard touchdown run from Carter Klee. His 4th rushing touchdown of the season as he extends Neshaminy's lead. It's 41-0.
Skins picking up right where they left off in the first half. A great, efficient drive right down the field. First rushing touchdown of the game, I believe.
It is indeed, yes. Then all passing touchdowns through the air. Extra point is up and good. As Neshaminy goes up 42-0 here on Abington.
So Carter Klee gets in on the scoring for the first time tonight.
And we were wondering in the first half when he was going to get a chance, and he did. Good field position, and he did the rest. The N Club supporting Neshaminy football since 1961. Would like to take the opportunity to wish all our players the best of luck and ask you to come out and support them, and also to support our concession stands and look for Neshaminy spiritwear and program books at all home games.
Now, Nick, I don't think we have any source to really help us out here, but I gotta wonder what the Neshaminy school record is for most different players with a touchdown in one game. We got to be getting close to it at this point. Six touchdowns, 6 different players involved.
Yeah, that is a really good idea if we could figure that out somehow. Definitely have to get close. I mean, now, I guess if Neshaminy brings their backups on their next offensive possession, that almost would count, and they get another touchdown in this game at any point. You got to wonder, at least in modern times, Rob, how long it's been for this many different offensive position players to get a touchdown in a single game. As return up to the 30-yard line, as that's where the Galloping Ghost will take over. Don't forget, if you miss any of tonight's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian.
Well, getting back to, I think that right now all of the starting skill position players, quarterback, running back, receiver, they've all gotten into the end zone.
The only one that has not for Neshaminy yet is any tight end. Lucas Stewart is the main tight end on the depth chart, but he's been seeing limited roles this year in 2025. Jokic's first play on first down is caught by Jake Leach, as Leach will get maybe a gain of 7 or 8 on the play. Leach, one of the only receivers on Abington without a touchdown this year, came into tonight's game with 12 receptions and a $154 through the air.
Last few drives, they've had some success through the air.
Second and 1, Jokic decides to pass, dump it off to Kai Taylor again. Taylor will get enough for a first down, and he's tripped up about around midfield.
He's had a nice game, one of the few bright spots for the Ghosts offense.
As we're down to under 4.5 to go here in quarter number 3. Again, running clock with the score being a 35-point differential in the second half. As Abington's window is getting slimmer and slimmer tonight. Taylor on the carry, gets enough up for a Galloping Ghost gain of about 8 yards on the carry. A nice run there by Taylor, having himself a decent game. Gain of about 7 for Taylor on the play. Second and 3. Kind of surprised too, Rob. Abington isn't really in a true hurry-up offense. Jokic gets the play on the sideline, then brings it back into the huddle.
Now at this point in the game, it might just be about getting reps in and working on some of their plays offensively.
Jokic back to pass, finds Taylor in some space, and he just will go down. He's short of the line to gain. It'll be third in about a yard. They're going to call it 3rd and 2.
It's a very short 2.
Jokic gives it off to Kai Taylor again. Taylor, first down and more, bouncing to the outside as he goes down the sideline and eventually tackled on the far side of the field. As Stephon Robinson for Neshaminy's defense on the tackle.
Oh, Nick, if there's anything positive for Abington to take away from this game is that maybe they found something in Kai Taylor. He's been very effective when he's been used.
Taylor has really been a bright spot tonight. It looks like Neshaminy has replaced a lot of their starters on defense. I can tell just from the numbers. As Jokic will fire into the end zone. It is caught and incomplete, could not come down with it. It was in Antonio Ford's hands, the big 6'4" receiver, and could not complete the catch. Incomplete.
He mentioned Neshaminy now putting a lot of the second teamers in on defense, and you know those second teamers are looking at that scoreboard and seeing the donut up there, and they want to keep that there.
Yeah, you got to think too, the underclassmen or who is ever not a starter in the game, they have respect for the starters and they want to keep the score from what the starters were able to do in the first 3+ quarters. As we reached under about 70 seconds here. And some last-minute substitution for Neshaminy. And correction will be a minute 20 on the clock. The clock runs now. Jokic looking, fires in the flat. Turner spins and caught up to the 20-yard line. The first time tonight, the Galloping Ghosts are in the red zone.
They would have gotten there in the first half. That play that took them down inside the 20, but it was called back due to a holding call in the second quarter. And it looks like there may be some laundry on the field again. Excuse me. I believe ball's been marked at the 30-yard line. is indeed a holding call against Abington. So again, a trip inside the red zone negated by a penalty.
So Abington will have some work to do now, as it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Give will go to Taylor that time. Taylor, a few yards on the carry. We'll see if Abington decides to try to run one more play here in the third quarter. They are in no particular hurry, final 15 seconds. And they just get this play off with the final second on the clock. Jokic rolls out, fires, and it is intercepted. And it was intercepted. It is dropped, could not come down with it. The Neshaminy defensive back in his hands jumped to catch it and just could not come down with it. And I believe I see a flag on the play, personal foul.
It's a roughing the passer call against Neshaminy, so the interception would not have counted anyway. That'll give the Ghosts an automatic first down. Actually, excuse me, 3rd and 1.
And that will mark the end of quarter number 3. We'll keep it here in between quarters as Abington gets some help by a penalty. Great food, fine spirits, and good times are always on the menu. Irish Rover Station House in Langhorne, opposite the SEPTA train station. Irish Rover is your home for all Philly sports and happy hour every Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. The Irish Rover is known for their prime rib dinner specials every Wednesday night for just $19.95. Also, trivia night every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Thursdays are their wing nights with live music Saturday nights, and Sunday Fun Day with special $5 menu. The Irish Rover Station House open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to midnight. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue in Langhorne, opposite the SEPTA train station.
So teams are not switching sides here. Maybe this is an untimed down.
It could be due to the roughing the passer call. And Taylor will take the carry, and he's tripped up.
They did give them the first down.
And that will officially mark the end of the third quarter. Neshaminy 42, Abington nothing. It was a 20-yard touchdown run by Carter Klee, the only score of the third quarter. Abington trailing here as they try to knock on the doorstep here for the first time tonight. PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you are interested, visit PIAA.org for more information. Again, that's PIAA.org. If you are interested in becoming an official, PI District 1 wishes all student athletes the best of luck on the field and in the classroom. The N Club, supporting Neshaminy football since 1961, would like to take this opportunity to wish all our players the best of luck and ask you to come out and support them, and also support our concession stands and look for Neshaminy spirit wear and program books at all home games. As 12 minutes to go here in tonight's game, as Neshaminy close to improving to 4-1 on the year, as they have a date with Central Bucks West next week at home at Heartbreak Ridge. We will have all the action for you. Central Bucks West tonight is taking on Central Bucks South. Next week for Abington, it does not get any easier, unfortunately for them. Next week they got to go on the road to undefeated Penridge.
Penridge having a great season, beat Pennsbury the other week.
As Jokic fires, and it is caught by Kai Taylor as Abington gets into the end zone for the first time tonight. It'll be an 8-yard touchdown reception from Miles Jokic to Kai Taylor. Jokic his 10th passing touchdown on the year. And it'll be Kai Taylor's 3rd receiving touchdown.
Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field here, trying to go for 2.
Offense will try to go for 2 here. Already down, nothing to lose. They'll give it off to Turner, and he's got nowhere to go. And it will remain 42-6 right now. So we will still have a running clock for the time being in this 4th quarter. And finally, Abington gets in the end zone, and they put together a drive.
That's a good drive for them. That's something that they can hang their hats on at the very least. Being able to go down and break up the shutout, get into the end zone. Again, Kai Taylor, who's had a solid game for them on the offensive side, is the one who gets the touchdown. And Nick, I think we're at the point right now where we got to consider Neshaminy a potential state title contender, the way that they've played this season. And next week will be a huge test for them against Central Bucks West, another team that is right up there in the ranks of contending for a state title.
You really got to consider they could be a heavy favorite in SOL, and definitely anything could happen this season. Neshaminy still has games against Penridge, and that'll start their October portion of the schedule. They have Central Bucks East, Central Bucks South, and then of course the rivalry with Pennsbury at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, they still got to face that gauntlet of Central Bucks teams, especially Central Bucks West and South have both put very solid programs out on the field. And as you mentioned, Penn Ridge undefeated.
Neshaminy defeated Penridge in 2024, 38-3, but a much improved Penridge team here in 2025. But yeah, Rob, I mean, it's hard. You got 3 of your next 4 games are against the Central Bucks teams. Central Bucks East, Neshaminy beat last year. That's almost a more winnable game. As an onside kick here from Abington, almost effective and worked, as it is recovered by one of the upmen for Neshaminy. I believe that was Joseph Perlman. And Neshaminy has elected to keep the start the backups here to start the 4th quarter, as Caden Weaver will be the tailback. He'll get the carry, as Angel Miranda will take over quarterbacking duties. Michael Eckert, night is complete. 5 passing touchdowns to him tonight. It's definitely got to be a career high for him. Maybe since his younger days of playing football. I know it's his career high, at least at the high school level at Neshaminy. Miranda will hand it off to Weaver again. Weaver tries to go to the outside. Stiffs arms the man, gets outside.
Should have first down yardage or very close to it. Say he's a yard short.
Well, Neshaminy's offense did their job today. His starters earned some much-needed rest now. As you already turn the page and start preparing mentally the starters for the game next week at home. As Miranda almost trips up, though, will keep it himself, run up the middle, and almost be lunged forward for enough for a first down.
And Nick, we can't forget about how important it is to get some of these younger players some in-game experience, because these are the players that Neshaminy is going to be relying on next year, 2-3 years down the road. So if you can get them into a game like this, a meaningful game, and get them some meaningful playing time, that'll go a long way towards developing them.
Angel Miranda, only a freshman for Neshaminy, coming in at 5'10". Other quarterback on the depth chart is Shane Gamel, the sophomore. So a very young quarterback room under Michael Eckert. And looking far ahead, it'll be one of those quarterbacks to start 2026 for Neshaminy. But it is good to get your reps in at any level to see what your guys can do in real game experience at this level.
The second team is going out and they're moving the football here on this drive.
Right now, it looks like a lot of Abington starters have remained in the game too. So you got to take that as a positive if you're in Neshaminy. And Miranda's pass well over the head, intended for Jake Anderson. Anderson, the junior receiver, he'll be around next year. Miranda's handoff goes to Weaver, goes right up the middle, takes a couple of galloping ghosts with him.
Tough running there from Weaver. See what the game plan is here on 4th and 4.
So the freshman Angel Miranda in a 4th down situation. This is good experience and good to have on tape. I think Neshaminy will try to keep it on the ground here, though, no matter what they do. No, Miranda will take it himself, and he'll run it. He'll go right into the D lineman, and not much room as he is stopped for the first turnover on downs of the night for Neshaminy.
Ghost's defensive line just devouring that right side there, or the left side, excuse me, of the Neshaminy offensive line.
PIAA District 1 is looking for officials for all sports. If you're interested, visit PIAA.org for more information. Again, that's PIAA.org. If you're interested in becoming an official, PIAA District 1, which is all student athletes, the best of luck on the field and in the classroom. Galloping Ghosts take over. Starters remain out there for them. 7.5 to go as they try to get something. And it's intercepted by Neshaminy, going the other way with it in some space. Yukis, the only one to beat, into the end zone. Neshaminy touchdown.
There's another one, Nick. That is 7 separate touchdown scorers for Neshaminy.
I believe that's going to credit Dylan Reed, the defensive back, the sophomore, on the interception as he takes it to the house on the pick 6 off Miles Yukis. It's 48-6.
That's got to be an awesome feeling for him, especially being someone who's seen limited playing time so far, to be able to pick one off and take it to the house. That's something that he'll remember forever.
Extra point is fumbled, and a big hit did the placeholder take. And no kick, it'll remain 48-6. And Neshaminy, their biggest offensive outburst, and I guess now defensive outburst of the season, with 48 total points. They put up 41 points back on opening week against Emmaus. And it's been an impressive wire-to-wire game for Neshaminy tonight here from Abington. Great food, fine spirits, and good times are always on the menu at Irish Rover Station House in Langhorne, opposite SEPTA train station. Irish Rover is your home for all Philly sports and happy hour every Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Irish Rover is known for their prime rib dinner specials every Wednesday night for just $19.95. Also, trivia night is every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Thursday at the Irish Rover are their wing nights. Live music Saturdays and Sunday Fun Day with a special $5 menu. Irish Rover Station House is open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Sundays, 11 to 9 p.m. Indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. The Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue, Langhorne, opposite of the SEPTA train station. Well, Neshaminy's backups getting some work in, as it was Dylan Reed on the pick six, the sophomore. And a big tackle around the neck. A late flag comes in.
That's going to be a late hit, and there's a Ghost is slow to get up. I believe the return man.
And he does get to his feet. It's Jaden Randall who's shaken up on the play. A tough tackle there by Gavin Finley for Neshaminy. And they're going to get him on the face mask. Ball will be spotted up to the 40-yard line for the Galloping Ghost. Lucas will hand it off to Taylor. Taylor will try to bounce to the outside, and he does not get there, and a flag comes flying in after the tackle. And they're going to call a hit to the helmet on Neshaminy. So it will be a 15-yard penalty after that.
Some of these backups for Neshaminy coming in, they've got a little bit of extra energy, getting some rare playing time, but you've got to keep it within the rules here. Certainly don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Not at this point in the game. 6 minutes to go, halfway through quarter number 4. Jokic rolls out, fires, caught, and it is not caught, as it bounced right off the breadbasket of Aiden Turner. And some pushing and shoving, extracurricular after the play. Flags come flying out. And that'll be all it will be, as officials separate each team. And there will be a flag. Could be offsetting penalties here. We'll see what the officials decide, though. The unsportsmanlike conduct. And they will call it on both teams, and the penalty should offset. And the official didn't make the signal, but we'll say they offset. The flag was for both teams. As the ball will be at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10, 4:55 to go. As a sweep play and nowhere to go, wrapped up in the backfield, a loss on the play. as Caleb Smith on the carry. Neshaminy D-line read that play from the jump. Jokers will scramble to his left. He sets, fires deep downfield, and right there, setting up on his knees, waiting for it to come down. It's incomplete. Off the hands of Antonio Ford. Ford was right there. I'm surprised he was that low to the ground, as the ball just kind of hung up there. No Neshaminy defender was near it.
It looked like he may have stumbled a little bit trying to come back for it.
And that'll bring up 4th down and 15. Jokic fires again deep downfield and is incomplete. Had his man Kai Taylor in one-on-one coverage and just overshot him. And that'll be a Abington turnover on downs.
Made a good throw there, just overshot his receiver by a little bit. Kid's got a strong arm on him, I will say that.
And I'm surprised, Rob, they haven't tried too many passes deep downfield tonight. Even with them trailing early on in this one, they just have not really had that deep ball threat tonight. Check out the Irish Rover Station House. Good times are always on the menu in Langhorne, opposite the SEPTA train station. Irish Rover, your home for Philly sports. Happy hour every Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Irish Rover, known for their prime rib dinner specials every Wednesday night for just $19.95. Also, trivia night every Wednesday, starting at 7 p.m. Thursdays at the Rover are their wing nights, live music Saturdays, and Sunday Fun Day special with a $5 menu. The Irish Rover Station House open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to midnight, Friday and Saturdays, 11 to 2 a.m., Sundays, 11 to 9 p.m. Indoor and outdoor dining available and takeout. Irish Rover Station House, 1033 South Bellevue Avenue, Langhorne, opposite the SEPTA train station. As Angel Miranda will get another crack under center for Neshaminy, as he'll give it off to couldn't make out who that was carried by. I believe it was Dylan Lomacero.
Neshaminy picks up the first down here. They'll be able to run out the clock.
They're just 80 seconds away from being 4-1. Lomacero on the carry as he cuts into space in the open field, down the sideline, still on his feet. And he is eventually tackled inside the 5-yard line. Dylan Lomacero, the junior tailback, making the most of his carry tonight. His second carry, a huge gain. And that will pretty much ice this game, Rob.
Very nearly had a 8th different touchdown score for the Redskins, but I'm sure at this point they'll be content to just take the knee and not further embarrass their opponents. Although we will see what they're going to do. It looks like they're going to actually run a play here. Yep,
they do, Miranda, and he takes the knee in the backfield. As that will pretty much do it as both teams get set to line up at midfield. 20 ticks to go. Teams are fine with winding down the clock. And for the 4th consecutive season, Neshaminy has defeating Abington. Tonight, a final score, Abington 6, Neshaminy 48. An impressive wire-to-wire victory, Rob. Your final thoughts?
Just a great all-around game from Neshaminy. They dominated on offense, they dominated on defense, and quite frankly, the offense looked unstoppable with the starters in. Next week against Central Bucks West is going to be a huge test, and I think that this Neshaminy team is better prepared for it than they have been any time in recent memory. This is a really good football team. If they stay healthy and if they keep playing the way that they've been playing, they can do a lot of damage here this season.
And Nick Felis at the helm. His first year at Neshaminy is off to a good start after 1 month, as Neshaminy finishes a little bit of August and now a lot of September at 4-1 as they go back home next week against the Bucks of Central Bucks West. For the entire crew on site, Rob Gilmore behind the camera, Brand O'Neill produced this live stream. I'm Nick Gallagher. I want to thank today's sponsors for making today's live stream possible. Team Toyota, St. Mary Medical Center, Revere Restaurant, Jennifer Scorn for DA, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Levittown, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Fred Herron for Sheriff, Sandy's Beef and Ale, The Trentonian, Irish Rover Station House, PIAA District 1, The N Club. Thanks for all the sponsors for making today's live stream possible. For all of us here from Schwartzman Stadium on the campus of Abington High School, I'm Nick Gallagher. One final time, Neshaminy 48, Abington 6. Thank you for watching high school football here on the WBCB Sports Network.